Live from Wish TV's 24-hour News 8, this is continuing coverage of our Indianapolis Colts, Super Bowl champions.
Okay, we're back with you live now. Just go ahead and read that, because we just got a statement from the governor.
And we have team coverage all over the city. The celebrations have begun. We're going to bring you some live coverage in just a second, but here's what the governor's saying at this hour. In Indiana, he says, we believe in earning our own way. No team has ever earned a championship like these Colts. What a blessing this team is in every way. Eric Halvorson, baby, it's Super Bowl 41. Yeah. We are so excited to be here.
And just think back on the AFC Championship evening.
Yes.
Jim Irsay said, we have one more mission, and tonight it's mission accomplished.
It is, and it is. It has been. Now, we are looking live now from Chopper 8, and what you can see, I think, is Washington Street, outside maybe Rock Bottom. People are in, it's Monument Circle. People are in the street. We understand everything is peaceful from what we can see. It's awfully dark, but people are beginning the celebrations, and we have coverage all over this city. But we wanted to bring this picture to you right now as it's happening. People all over downtown.
Yeah, from here, our coverage will stretch to Florida. We have several different crews in Florida. I'm sure that the people who are watching in Terre Haute tonight are excited because they have the Rose-Hulman connection, the training facility out there. But let's go to Marley downtown, get an idea of how things are progressing on the ground. Marley.
Eric, this party out here is just a sweet success. I mean, you can imagine what the feeling is out here. People have been gathering in the street out here in downtown right outside the Marriott, and they are gathering here in the lobby. A big screen TV is set up. People obviously to celebrate this win. So many people have been gathering out here. This is what they wanted to say. This is what they wanted to see. They're excited for Peyton Manning. They're excited for obviously an exciting party out here. Back to you.
All right, Marley. They're kissing Marley downtown, too. We're kissing you, too, Marley. That's great.
Even though we can't understand a word she said, we get the point. People are thrilled.
They are. Let's go down to Florida now. Anthony Calhoun standing by on the field with a guest for us. Hey, AC.
Debbie, this is a wild scene here. Congratulations to the Indianapolis Colts. They are Super Bowl champs here with Ryan Lilja and the entire Lilja family, offensive lineman. How's it feel to know you're going to you've won the Super Bowl?
Unbelievable, man. I can't describe it. I don't have the vocab. I got my family here, and we're going to party tonight.
And I know you got to be happy for a guy you protect every Sunday in Peyton Manning. Here he is. They said he couldn't win the big game, but he got the big game now.
Hey, he won it, man. We believed in him the whole time. Nobody on this team ever quits, and I couldn't be happy to be on this team.
What do you think about this weather? Look at this. You guys really had a fight through the weather tonight, right?
I love it, man. This is this is an offensive lineman's dream for the Super Bowl, is to be able to muck it up in this and, go out and run the ball. And, I love it right now.
This has got to be great for you, though. Here you are with your entire family. This is a dream for any NFL player to be able to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it. I was fortunate enough to be on a good team, only my third year. I got a ring, so I can't describe it, AC. It's unbelievable, man.
That's awesome. How's the Lilja family feel? Y'all feel good? They feel good. The Colts Super Bowl champions. We'll have much more live here from Miami. Send it back to you guys in the studio.
You aren't done, Anthony. We want more, so bring it to us when you get it. Call us.
I will.
All right.
And this might be a time for more lip reading, because we're going to Anthony Ponce at the Blue Crew Grill. We'll see if we can hear what he has to say.
Oh my gosh, Eric, I am having a hard time hearing you right now because of all the excitement out here. Let's just take a look at the bar here. Everybody has been going crazy. In fact, the only time that there was a little bit of downtime tonight was after Devin Hester ran back that first touchdown after that first kickoff with like 14 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ever since then, it has been off the hook here at the Blue Crew Bar. Let's talk to Dan Dilbeck real quick. He's a co-owner of this place. In your wildest dreams, did you ever think the first year that you would have this bar open that the Colts would win the Super Bowl?
I mean, I had this dream about 6 months ago that this would all happen, but never expected it to really come true. It's so crazy. It's so cool for all the fans to be able to experience this. It is just such an awesome feeling.
How would you describe tonight emotionally? I mean, I saw people crying at the bar.
Yeah. I mean, I what's probably going to happen tonight. There's a lot of people that were crying because, I mean, it's just, you know, we've waited for this for so long, and now it's finally come true.
Well, the wait is now over, and the Colts are the Super Bowl champions, Super Bowl 41. Again, an unbelievable night out here at the Blue Chris Sports Bar and Grill. People in tears, grown men in tears, and it's just been, like I said, unbelievable. Very emotional win tonight for the Indianapolis Colts. Eric and Debbie, back to you in the studio.
Let them cry, Anthony. They've waited almost 25 years for this. Thank you very much.
I think Angela's over there saying one of the ladies had a blue tongue. So everything's blue tonight. Let's go back down to Florida now. Scott and Karen are standing by at the stadium. Hey, tell us what's happening down there, guys.
Well, first of all, everybody's running around screaming congratulations to the Indianapolis Colts, and sitting in the Super Bowl with the Colts playing, the energy and the chaos that broke out. Incredible.
Well, and what was interesting, as we did it was sort of a rough count. It was clear the Colts fans were outnumbered, but they weren't outshouted by any stretch of the imagination. And early on, things were very dire. It took exactly 2 plays for me to see the first 4 Colts fans run out of the stands to go buy beer. They were a little concerned maybe things weren't going well. But quickly after that, things turned and got right on track, and the Colts fans just locked right back in the game, and I have to believe that they helped, if nothing else, mitigate the Bears fans.
I would agree with you, and I'll tell you what, it was the Bears fans who were leaving early. It's the Colts fans obviously still sitting in there. We started off with I Believe. Look at that. Doesn't that feel good? Champions. We have been believing in them for so long. And, you know, I had the opportunity to stand on the field today as the Colts players, Peyton Manning, Tony Dungy, first hit the field. I watched Marvin Harrison take that lap that he does at every single stadium. And then Monte Rager walked out. And I looked over at him and I said, oh, Monty, I'm so excited because, you know, of course, he was injured in the SUV accident. He gave me a big hug. He said, we're going to do it. And I said, you bet you are. You go rock him out. And they did.
I got to tell you a funny story. We were standing in one of the aisles, and a very nice lady in her autumn years walks up just after Hunter Smith had dropped that pooch punt into the 4-yard line. And she looks at me and said, what happened? And I said, a little punt. And she goes, did he pooch it? And I said, wow, she's got some knowledge. I said, yeah, and matter of fact, he did. I said, that's a good thing. I mean, assuming you're for the Colts. And she goes, oh, yeah, that's my son. Hunter Smith's mom was watching from the aisle because she was worried about that dropped extra point, and so she wanted to make sure things went well for him the rest of the game. We had a great conversation.
That's a mama's love.
Oh, man, she was nervous, though. She's got to be happy right now.
That is a mama's. Everybody is happy right now. Colts fans, it was a sea of blue. It's almost like a whole huge section of Indianapolis has moved down here to Miami, and you know a lot of people. You're like, oh, hey, how's it going? So it's nice. They're all going crazy inside. Yeah. Peyton Manning did it. He absolutely did it with the entire team.
Throughout the course of this night, we'll see some of the places they're celebrating here in South Florida. I have talked to a couple of people, though, who are lamenting a little bit that they're not able to celebrate with friends back home. 99% of the Colts fans are back in Indianapolis or other places in the Midwest. Right. The lucky few that got to be here, they'll have fun tonight, no doubt, but I do think a big part of them would like to be home.
And we do have team coverage out on the field. Both Anthony Calhoun and Chris Widlick, they will be bringing us more live here from Miami. And we'll send it back to Debbie and Eric now.
All right, thank you both. Stay dry as you can anyway. Thanks so much.
Well, and it's also worth noting that it's not just Indianapolis celebrating. It's Karen's old friends in Fort Wayne. It's Lafayette, Terre Haute, all over the place. People are celebrating. We also have a little bit more of an interview with Bob Sanders as he enjoys the celebration.
All right, thanks a lot here with Bob Sanders. Bob, congratulations. How's it feel to know that you're a Super Bowl champs?
Oh, man, it's crazy, man. It's a great feeling, man. It's something I've dreamt about my whole entire
Oh, we're having a little trouble with that. We'll bring it to you when we get the chance. Let's go to Broad Ripple now. There's celebrations breaking out there as well. Mary McDermott's our reporter on the scene with the live coverage for us. Mary. As you can see, people are having a good time. We couldn't even hear Mary.
The translation is woo-woo, woo-woo.
Woo-woo, and we're the Super Bowl champions. Yeah, I think that's about what we're going to get.
Here's some more from Chopper 8 over Monument Circle. Still have some of the blue lights out over the monument. It looks like we still have a good group of people lining the circle down there, and it's just going to be like this all over the place.
You know, we are working to find out exactly what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't want to tell you what we know yet, because we really don't know yet what the plans are for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we want to tell you, stay tuned, because as soon as we get the plans for tomorrow, what's going to happen with the team, we're going to relay that to you.
Yeah,
so stay tuned for what's going to happen. Yes,
but
many
nothing
rumors.
Confirmed yet.
Exactly. So we want to be real careful about that. And when we get it,
just
we're going to tell
savor
you.
this.
That's right.
As we go to break, we'll be back in a minute.
And we continue our live coverage here from Dolphin Stadium. The Colts, the Super Bowl champions, winners today over Chicago, here with Aaron Moorhead, who's from the Chicago area. Congratulations to you. You guys got the victory tonight. Congratulations, Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, you know, it's great. Just get out here, play a game where, you know, we knew it was going to be tough. It starts raining, you know, we know we're going to have to change the game plan up a little bit. And Dominic and Joseph did a great job running the ball today, and we're glad to be able to bring this championship back to Indianapolis.
And how do you feel about Coach Dungy? You know what he went through last year, and now to see him get the championship, I know it's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, it does. You know, to be the first African-American coach to win the Super Bowl, it's special to be a part of that team. And, you know, we're all happy for him. We play for him. You know, I don't think there's any guy in that locker room that won't say they don't play for him. So we're glad that we were able to win it for him.
When you look around and you see this weather, it hasn't stopped raining since kickoff. You know for sure you better win this game, because you really had a fight for this one, right?
Oh yeah, it was a dog fight out there. You know, we went out there and just out there just beating heads all day long. And you know, the Bears are a tough team. You knew they were going to come out and try to run the ball. Our defense did a great job again of stopping the run. And you know, we went out, made some plays. Kelvin Hayden makes a big interception for the touchdown, and all of a sudden it's a two-score game and they have to pass. And this, you know, no one wants to pass in this weather. It's tough. So you know, we knew we were in a good spot once he did that.
Okay, real quick, we got thousands and thousands of people watching Wish TV right now. A message you want to say to all the fans out there?
Hey, we're coming home. Be ready to celebrate. You know how we get down. We will be home tomorrow. So be ready to go out and get down.
All right, Aaron Moorhead live tonight right here on Wish TV. The Colts Super Bowl champions. Send it back to you, Debbie.
All right, thanks so much, AC. It's just amazing to say it. Super Bowl champions, Indianapolis Colts.
And now Aaron can compare Super Bowl rings with his new one and his dad's.
That's exactly right. How
Chicago
cool.
85. Now, we can go back a little bit to the Bob Sanders interview that AC did a few minutes ago.
All right, thanks a lot. Here with Bob Sanders. Bob, congratulations. How's it feel to know that you're a Super Bowl champs?
Oh, man, it's crazy, man. It's a great feeling, man. It's something I've dreamt about my whole entire life. And just to get it and do it with this team, man, we knew all year this was the team, and we can get it done if we stay focused and work together and believe in each other. And I think we did that today.
And what a wild night. It's still raining, but you don't mind partying in the rain, do you?
Man, I am finna party all night long, man. This awesome, man. Indianapolis, man, we did it, man. We bringing it back home. It's going down, man. I'm excited.
How excited are you for Coach Dungy? He becomes the first African-American coach to win the Super Bowl.
This is excellent, man. This, you know, he and Lovey being able to come in and break barriers that way, and for Coach Dungy to be able to make it, you know, win a Super Bowl first is excellent, man. And I'm so happy to be a part of it and just you know, be able to be coached by him.
Congratulations to you, Bob. Super Bowl champs, man.
Already, man. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll send it back to you guys.
Oh, what a class guy. You know, we were all talking and we were watching this game and how hard Bob can hit.
The firepower for a guy who's about 5'8".
Exactly. He can smack. We were talking about that with Janae. You'll hear from her in just a little while. Let's take you back to some chopper pictures now. These are pictures. We're taking you live. This is what people are doing in Indianapolis right now. They are in the streets. They are celebrating. When we go to our reporters, you can barely hear what they're saying because people are so loud. But these are live pictures now of people just in the street celebrating this Super Bowl victory.
Looks like they almost don't know how to celebrate something like this because it's just so unusual for Indianapolis. So we can just kind of appreciate the fact that we have the 4 most popular words in Indianapolis: world champions, Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, isn't that great? Super Bowl champions, bathing in that blue light.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, you got to love it.
So our producer was just telling us something. Just run through what we're doing next. Because we were enjoying the view, and I didn't get that. Oh, Raheem Brock. Okay.
All right.
Raheem Brock is our next guest.
They talked about our defense. We stepped up this game, man. We had it tough this year, and we pulled it out as a team, man. It's a great feeling. We're champions of the world. Champions of the world, baby. Yes.
And that was Raheem Block. Quick and dirty, but we brought him to you here.
We're getting the point. Just everybody's feeling just about the same way. And it was nice, too, just as part of the celebration, the tribute that Lovie Smith had for Tony Dungy. He said if he couldn't win, it's great that Tony Dungy could.
Yeah, such two, everybody has said it, two very classy men, and it was just really kind of almost a love fest in a way, but we're glad we're the winner of that love fest,
It was kind of fun, 'cause I remember as we were doing this after the Colts beat the Patriots, I had the chance to have that kind of snide little comment about rub some dirt on it. I don't feel that way about Lovie Smith. I don't want to be snide.
Yeah, exactly. He's a good guy, and we're glad to win, but he's a super guy himself as well.
Okay, back to Karen and Scott in Florida.
All right, Eric and Debbie, thanks so much. You know, when the players first arrived and those buses pulled up, it happens right behind us, and you watch Rex Grossman and you watch Peyton Manning.
Right.
Peyton Manning was ready. I'm not saying Rex Grossman wasn't.
They have different demeanors.
They certainly did, and Peyton was all about, boom, I'm on it. And as he came through that tunnel, he had the exact same look as when he arrived here, and he had, the gray sweats on that they do their practice session in. He was all about business. There were some Colts fans that were screaming his name. That was completely tuned out. He was all about that ball game, and he was going to get that Super Bowl ring, and he did.
Well, you have to imagine that's a hard-won focus as well, because there have been lost AFC championships. There have been lost opportunities. He's been through all of that. Rex Grossman will go through all of that. He's a very talented kid. Everybody in Bloomington knows that real well. And you have to imagine that he'll be back as long as the Bears and the fans give him an opportunity to be. It's a real pressure cooker up there. Peyton Manning well knows that he owes a little bit to the fans of Indianapolis for being good fans and not jumping on his case early on in his career when it seemed like things weren't going his way. And I know he's thrilled with them now that he's helped that they've helped boost the team to the Super Bowl.
You bet. And when Bill Polian and Tony Dungy walked out, they were definitely very solid as well. But Peyton's so incredibly focused with that look on his face. And I know that I'm not alone. Obviously, I'm a Colts fan. I've been wearing the Colts gear all week. I cannot wait to see the Super Bowl ring on his hand. We need a good picture of that.
Absolutely so. And what will be funny to see is what they do with the Super Bowl rings, because the league wants you to spend $5,000 on them.
Right.
They haven't spent $5,000 on those rings in 15 years. All the owners like to make it better than the year before. So it'll be fat, it'll be thick, it'll be a lot of diamonds in it.
It'll be big and it'll be ours. All the fans are knowing that right now here at Dolphin Stadium. Even as we're wrapping up here, it has been pouring down rain, as you can tell, through the entire game. Fans stuck it out. Obviously, the Colts performed well. As they're walking to their cars, they're yelling up at us, hey, Channel 8, go Colts.
We want to hear from Nick Harper. Boy, what an interesting week he had. Didn't know if he'd play at all.
Right.
Did play some, then got banged up. But he's a world champion now, so we want to hear from him.
This is what you expected it to be. I know you so badly wanted to play a big role tonight. You gave it your best shot. Your feelings?
I'm happy. I'm too happy right now. I can't even put it into words. I don't even know what to say. I'm just glad that, we got the victory. I'm happy for this team, this organization. I don't even know. I'm trying to find my family. I'm too happy right now. So I don't even know how to put this into words. It's a great feeling, and I'm glad we went out and got a victory.
And what a performance by the defense, and to see Kelvin Hayden get his first interception in the NFL taken back for a touchdown had to make you feel special.
Oh, it's very special, and I hope he never forget that. First pick, Super Bowl, take it to the house. That's a great moment. You're gonna go down in history. When they show this Super Bowl, that's one of the plays that they're gonna always show.
Nice.
Relish this moment, sports fans, because this is a rare opportunity where you get to see the guys you cheer for let down all of the guard and all the platitudes and cliches, 110%, one game at a time. I'm looking for my dad. I mean, it doesn't get cooler than that. I mean, that's really the greatest moment for the fans to see the players so happy of their achievement. Then they know it's a big deal. Not that this was all some sort of a PR move. No, they really wanted this thing, and gosh, they're proud.
It's what they've played for since they were 7, 8 years old. Every little boy wants to go and win the Super Bowl. So we will bring you more of those behind-the-scenes moments, those tender moments with Chris Woodlick and Anthony Calhoun. They have been on the field throughout this entire championship win. Debbie and Eric.
All right, thank you so much. Stay dry. We're talking about those rings, the bling, and how big they're going to be. Can't wait to see that. And I'm sure we will, because we're going to get those pictures and we're going to bring them to you as soon as we get them.
Here's a look from the chopper. We watched all of it.
Yes, we did.
We didn't miss a play tonight.
No, we didn't. Well, Ben Utek is standing by now, we understand, with some reaction. Our team down in Florida has that for you.
What's going through your mind right now, Ben?
I can't believe this right now. It's incredible. I mean, we worked so hard for this all year, and it's finally here.
Start of the game, a little scary, but it looked like it took some time to settle your team down.
Yeah, once we got settled down, we really felt like we were getting rolling, man. And you got to give the offensive line credit. They really opened up the holes for the run game. Peyton played a great game. It just all started to connect as the game went on.
And your guys on the other side of the ball, domination, huh?
Domination, huge interceptions when we needed it, stopping the run. I mean, it happened tonight. It happened, and it's raining out, but we love it. We love the rain right now.
You told me it was going to be almost awe-inspiring getting out on the field. What was it like taking part in this and winning this thing for you?
I mean, it was incredible. On the kickoff, you could hardly see because there were so many flashing bulbs in the audience. And I mean, this is a part of history now, and this team is a part of it. I'm a part of it, and it feels so good.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Feels so good, and he got hit pretty hard at one point in there, and I think by now, if it hurts, he's forgotten about it.
He's taking his aspirin, he's going on.
Yeah, there are some people standing on top of cars. It looks like they are still downtown Monument Circle, just enjoying. This is their way of celebrating the game, and I hope it doesn't get any more dramatic than this for those guys.
Yeah, I'm sure the police will be on this, but people are having a good time, as you can see. We've been live all over the city.
This is as bad as it gets. That's nothing to worry about.
That's exactly right, and it is one cold night out there for everybody to be outside. So it's, oh my gosh, the guy's driving now, and he's on top of the car. So
the one thing we're probably missing with this helicopter shot is horns honking. I'm sure they're hearing horns all over the place.
And people screaming and just yelling. We saw it in our other live shots, and I'm sure it's going on down there.
Some beverage-induced yelling, I suspect.
That's right. The blue light everywhere. Let's go back down to Florida. AC's got another guest for us. Hey, AC.
All right, here with Kelvin Hayden, who got the interception tonight for a touchdown, his first career TD. Right on time, my friend, in the Super Bowl. How's it feel?
Perfect time, and I'm just so happy right now. I just seized the moment. Nick, when Nick went down and Coach said, "Hey, I'm up," I was just visioning that, and I'm just happy that I had the opportunity, and I made the best of my opportunity. So I'm just so blessed right now.
So much talk about this Bears defense, but when you look at the end of the night, the Colts defense really came through tonight.
Well, we've been going through that all year. Our defense is, undersized. We're not physical enough. And, we as a team, we just stayed together. We had guys like Gary Brackett, Anthony McFarland, just keeping us together. And it's just describe our character. We've been our backs against the wall all year, and, just stepped up and made plays in the playoffs, and it was just huge.
Nick Harper could not play tonight, so you knew you had to step in, and boy, did you get the job done.
Oh, yeah, I'm just happy that, Coach said, hey, do your job, do the best of your ability to do your job, and, everybody just do their job, we'll be all right.
I got to have some fun with him real quick because we go to the same barbershop, everybody, and I know the guys in the barbershop are going to go crazy when they see you come in next week, right?
I'll be in there. I'll be in there probably Tuesday because I really need one right now. But yeah, it's just gonna be fun. It's just a tremendous moment in my life right now, and I'm dreaming right now.
How does it feel to be world champions, Super Bowl champions?
Maybe when I wake up tomorrow, I really feel it. But right now, I'm still dreaming right now, and I'm just so happy and blessed.
That's great, man. Congratulations to you. All the best to you. Kelvin Hayden coming up with the interception tonight, returning it for the touchdown to help the Colts beat the Bears in Super Bowl 41. That's it from Miami. Much more still to come here, right here on Wish TV. We'll send it back to you guys to Indianapolis.
All right, thanks, AC. And you are watching live coverage of the Colts postgame.
Live from Wish TV, this is News 8, your 24-hour news station.
And we have breaking news now as it relates to the continuing celebration for the Colts victory. It's about the parade that's planned for tomorrow.
That's right. We know that there will be a parade, and we know that there's going to be a huge rally downtown. Some of the times are still being worked out. So we want you to tune in to Daybreak in the morning to get the very latest on that. They're still working out some of the details.
The rally will be at the Dome. The parade will lead people through downtown to the Dome. And so the real issue is the timing of all of this. So again, check with us on Daybreak in the morning, assuming our sources don't give us a more complete time in the meantime. So let's go to Brian Fletcher to see how he's reacting to all of this.
All right, my friend, forever. That's what this means. What is this like? What's going through your mind?
There's not another feeling like this in the world, I believe. to be champions, and not only champions this year, but we're champions forever. I mean, no one can ever take this away from them. I'm so happy for Peyton and Coach Dungy to have overcome obstacles, naysayers and things like that. I'm most proud of them and how they've stuck through, and Coach Dungy continuing to do things his way, and it paid off.
First quarter got a little scary, I think, for us to see what happened, that opening kickoff, but this team always knows, it seems like they settle down. You know how to win games, right?
It got a little scary for us, but it didn't get scarier than last weekend, a couple of weeks ago in New England. And we faced many difficulties this year, and this game was no different. We overcame the obstacles, and we made it happen. Now we're world champions. I just don't. It's starting to roll off my tongue better and better as I say it. I'll get it down pat in another 24 hours.
You know your ring size yet?
I do not, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. It's just an incredible feeling. I mean, the rain couldn't stop us. Nothing could stop us. We just kept fighting through. We have so much character, so much heart, and I really think we deserve to win this.
And that was Brian Fletcher. And now you're looking at, once again, at a live shot from downtown. The crowds are out there. Everything is bathed in that blue light that you can see with a little Colts emblem in the back. But the crowds are out there despite extremely cold weather. Angela Buckman's going to be along in just a second to tell us how cold it is. But people are braving the temperatures because they want to go out and party. And that is what they are doing.
Well, and interesting listening to Brian Fletcher saying how happy he is that this happened for Peyton Manning, for one. Because, again, in the New York Times this morning, they were reciting all the things that haven't gone well for Peyton.
Yeah.
Didn't get the high school title, didn't get the college title, tried to get playoffs.
Monkey on his back, exactly.
And Peyton says he's not going to play that card, but you know, privately he's going, yes,
exactly.
Finally.
He has got to be so happy, and Archie Manning, his dad, has got to be just so happy, and Eli Cooper, the whole family is down there. They've got to be just absolutely thrilled. Let's go. We are going to hear now from Ryan Deem, another player with some reaction for us.
All right, congratulations. What's going through your mind right now?
It's still sinking in. I don't know. I got to hold the trophy, and just unbelievable. I can't describe it.
And the way it started, little shaky start, but it seemed like you settled down and got in a groove. Is that how it felt?
Yeah. They got a couple big plays to start out the game, but we knew if we just kept pounding the ball, running the ball, we'd be okay. And Dom had a great day. I thought the line played phenomenal.
Total domination, really, it looked like from start to finish, don't you think?
It did. It's what it looked like. I mean, I got to play the whole first half, had a little injury, and had to miss the second half, but it was fun to watch those boys. They worked hard.
You're a world champion. You will forever be known as a Super Bowl champion. That's got to hit home.
It does. It's a very small group of very privileged people. It's unbelievable.
You got it done for Peyton and Tony, too. I think everyone's touched on that, how special that makes you feel.
Absolutely. You know, now they can have their legacies or whatever. But this is awesome. Very, very cool.
Very cool, yes, and there they are again from Chopper 8. We can see the blue light shining on the folks celebrating down there. But it's worth noting, too, Ryan Deem, another Chicago area product.
Yeah.
So maybe some mixed loyalties in there for some people. Who do we root for when we've got somebody like that? And I think right now everybody in Indiana is a Colts fan, just so they can go out and buy the T-shirt tomorrow.
Let's face it, everybody's a Colt fan right now. Even the Bears have got to love us. What the heck? They probably don't, but they should.
And it'll be interesting to see what this does for Peyton Manning as a pitchman, the advertising, because he has done very well with that already. But now with a Super Bowl ring, what does that do to the race?
Exactly. Tiger Woods has got everybody. I was seeing the information on that, but he does very well. And you're right, his stock is going to go up. Let's go out to Anthony Ponce now at the Blue Cruise Grill. If we can even hear you, Anthony, go ahead.
Oh my gosh, what a great time out here at the Blue Cruise Sports Bar. And Debbie, I want to make a couple of observations. First off, I have never seen you smile so much as you have in the last 40 minutes since they won the Super Bowl, and it's a great thing. Second observation, for the first time in about 2 weeks, I am so glad to be in Indianapolis. It's not raining here in the Blue Cruise Bar. Last time it came out to us, we mentioned how some grown men were crying, literally in tears, once the fourth quarter ended here. We're going to talk to one of those guys. His name is Kyle Boonstra. And Kyle, what did it mean to you to be here and witness the Colts win their first Super Bowl?
I'll tell you one thing, it doesn't mean a whole lot to me as it does to this whole city. This city's been through so much, I really can't express what this means to everybody. We haven't won a championship in any pro sport in so long. I don't have the answer. I've been crying like a baby since we won, but I'm just so
Anthony. Bob Sanders, an assassin. That's the first description I ever heard of him
and
like
it
that.
seems appropriate the way he throws himself around and the way he inspires the team.
Exactly. He's one tough guy. He has inspired that defense. We love him, don't we?
We do.
Yes, we do.
Marley Getter's downtown with some more of the activity and the noise. Marley.
Hi there. Yes, we are live downtown right now. This is about the closest we could get to Monument Circle because it is just gridlock down here. People just running through the streets. Fortunately, we haven't gotten knocked over just yet, but Debbie and Eric, as you can imagine, the excitement is just incredible out here. People gathering in the streets, cars stopped along the side of the road just so drivers could get out and their passengers can get out and run through the streets. It is incredible out here in downtown, but I do have to tell you, if you do plan on heading out here to celebrate, this is what you are going to face. A lot of So the goal right now is just to figure out a way to get through the downtown area again there by Julian's, and this is the closest we could get to Monument Circle. For our News 8, Marley Ginter live downtown.
Yeah, Marley, I'm glad you're okay and you're on your feet. There, where we saw guys that as you just saw just a few moments ago, on top of cars while the cars are moving. So it's a little crazy down there.
We need subtitles whenever we go back to Marley because she gets lost. And of course, she's only this big and everybody else.
She's tiny. And they were kissing her in the last shot, so she's handling her own, though.
There's another look from Chopper 8. We'll take a break. Be back in just a moment.
And our live coverage is continuing now. We're going to take a shot from Chopper 8 at this hour live.
Keith McCutcheon has the perfect view up there.
Yes, he does, and he's our guy up in the sky. And what are we looking at here? I don't know if Keith can hear us, but we're looking at lots of people downtown.
Keith?
Can you hear us, Keith?
Oh, we sure do, Debbie. And what we can tell you right now is that we take a look at Monument Circle. Yeah, Debbie, I can't hear you. And if we take a look at Monument Circle here, you can see a lot of people out here. We can tell you that the traffic is gridlock out here as people trying to make their way southbound on Meridian. It's backed up all the way to about 13th Street coming northbound, Pennsylvania, Illinois, the cross streets, Ohio, New York. Everybody is just stopped out here. They are not moving. And a lot of people are out celebrating. And when we first came out in Chopper 8, there weren't too many people out in the downtown area, but a lot of people were shooting off fireworks, Debbie and Eric, and that was really neat for us to see. And then as we came back downtown, everybody came out, and in front of Rock Bottom, we saw a lot of people celebrating, standing on cars, having a lot of fun. The police kind of moved in and moved them over to the circle. They had a few people they did arrest on the scene. A few people were partying a little bit too much. But as you can see right now, it is just a lot of people having a lot of fun out here celebrating the victory of the Colts.
Well, thank you very much, Keith. It is, you know, it's going to be this way. It's going to be gridlock. People are going crazy right now.
And it's amazing how much it's changed since we started our special coverage after the game, because it looked like a relatively normal night, but now all of a sudden everybody's coming downtown to be part of it.
And it is so cold outside, and people are just bundling up and going right out into it. It's amazing. So
we'll check with more of our crews as we move along, but it is worth noting that the police are out there trying to keep things under control. I think it's also safe to say that with that kind of crowd, they're going to be on national TV in the morning. The people who are celebrating are going to be on the CBS Early Show.
Exactly. They're going to be on all the morning shows and all the evening shows as well, because this is a major win for the city. People are in a celebratory mood, and they're just going to be out there in the cold weather having a great time. Hopefully nobody's getting hurt. We haven't heard anything about that. And we want to tell you that a big parade, again, is going to be happening tomorrow. We want you to tune into Daybreak to get the times for that, a big celebration at the Dome as well.
Anthony Calhoun has more from Florida now.
All right, thanks a lot. We're here with the Colts owner, Jim Irsay. Congratulations to you, Mr. Irsay. I know you've worked so many years to finally see this day, and congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, AC. We're so happy. It was a great battle. Obviously, we started down 7-0. I don't think any Super Bowl has really started that way, where you have that kick return and you start in the hole. But I knew the type of character we have and the type of fight that we have, that we'd be back. And it was a great win, and it was a little tense, obviously. We really didn't get up to the very end, and even after the interception, it was still a little tense. But the Bears, we give them a lot of credit. Great team, but World Championship back home to Indiana, man. I know they're all over Broad Ripple and at the Monument and everywhere, downtown celebrating it up, and we're going to do that parade tomorrow as well, and bring that trophy
the Colts
home.
won today.
Here with his good friend Jeffrey Gorman, and it's great to see you smile. But what does it mean to you personally? Because you have worked so hard. You went after Peyton Manning back in 1998, and then you get the opportunity to go after Tony Dungy. What does it mean to you to win this?
I mean, it means a great deal. Obviously, it's tough to get here, and once you get here, only one team can win. So, in my mind, it's been about winning a world championship. But I felt that we would get that done. I felt that way back in '98 when we started this journey, and it's extremely fulfilling. I mean, for me. I think about some of the people in the organization that may not have as long of a shelf life as I do. I mean, to win the Super Bowl before your 50th birthday as an owner, that's pretty rare in the sense of age and that sort of thing. And God willing, if I live a long life, I'll have other opportunities. But the first one is always special. It's been something that my family and I have been pursuing for 35 years and 2 generations. And my mom was here tonight, 86 years old, and she was here, and I know my dad's here in spirit, and it's just special. It's something where you work so hard, but mostly I'm just so happy for our fans, because they've stuck with us, and we've really grown into an incredible football town and state in Indiana, and I'm mostly happy for them, because they put a lot of emotional commitment and back us in such a big way, and you feel like you want to deliver it for them. So I couldn't be happier for them. I know they're going to be celebrating it up, and I can't wait to get back home, get that trophy in town, get that parade going, so we can all celebrate it tomorrow.
Yeah, 2 more questions for you. I want to ask you, Rick, because I know a lot of folks are watching right here on Wish TV. They saw the game right here on Wish TV, and I got to ask you this: what are the plans for tomorrow? Do you have any idea?
Well, I think the plan is probably a parade sometime around 4 o'clock, but that's not a hard time right now. We're going to get that information out, obviously, to all the media outlets and our fans. But it's going to be tomorrow afternoon, probably mid to late afternoon, and plans are underway to get that going. So we'll definitely get that information out, probably even late tonight.
Okay, Mr. Ursay, real quick, you want to send a message to all the fans? I know they're watching right here on Wish TV. Anything you want to say to them?
Hey, we love you guys. I mean, the bond that we have with our fans that have stuck with us from the beginning. It's just, I couldn't be happier. I'm exhausted. I'm wet out here, but it couldn't be a better feeling, And I'm so excited, and we're gonna, obviously have some tremendous activities celebrating this World Championship with our fans, not only at the parade, but some other places, and get the banners printed up and celebrate it with all our loyal fans. So love you guys, and we're coming home.
That's right, as champions. Thank you so much, Mr. Ursay. You're the best. I appreciate you taking time in the rain to talk to Wish TV. He's the best. The Colts Super Bowl champions. We'll send it back to you guys.
Hey, Anthony, before you, can you still hear me, Anthony? AC,
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Are you going to Disney World?
Am I going to Disney World?
Yeah.
Let me try to get to the big man over. I don't think I'm going to Disney World, but I know he's going to. I know Peyton Manning's going to Disney World. Reggie Wade's probably going to go to Disney World. So we'll try to sneak in somewhere.
They have a parade in Disney World. That's part of the celebration too.
Hey, you're right, and what I've been told is that a couple of players will probably go to Disney World, because that's part of a contract actually with the winning team to go to Disney World first in the morning, and then they'll head into Indianapolis. I do know that Tony Dungy and Peyton Manning, they do have a press conference tomorrow morning, so they'll take care of those business, and I assume they'll get them out to Orlando real quick for the Disney World commitment, and then off to Indianapolis. And it is great for the city of Indianapolis, Super Bowl champions, and who would have thought after the team struggled struggled so much in the latter part of the season, but they really turned things on in the playoffs. And one thing about great teams, they find ways to win, and that was the case with this Colts team throughout the playoffs. And they find ways to win, if it's Peyton Manning, the defense, special teams, somebody's coming through for them, and they obviously got the job done tonight against
Bob Sanders.
And how about Bob Sanders?
Was he awesome or what? He's great.
Yeah, Debbie, we know you're a big fan of Bob Sanders, so yeah, I told him that.
One other question, AC, there were people getting nervous about what the Colts prospects might be because so many people had picked them as favorites that maybe that would be a jinx. What were the feelings inside the stadium going into the game? Anything that... Go ahead.
Well, I think one of the concerns for, a lot of folks, a lot of the NFL experts, if you will, for the Colts was dealing with special teams. As you saw at the beginning of the game, the Bears were able to come back from the opening kickoff of the game and score the touchdown. I think that was the big concern that a lot of people had about this Colts team. But they felt like if the Colts could just play their game, the defense can show up, and Peyton Manning can do what he does best, and that is find Marvin Harrison, Dallas Clark, and Reggie Wayne, the Colts were going to come away with the win. But you got to give a lot of credit to this Colts defense because they came away with a lot of turnovers against the Bears, and they really got pressure to Rex Grossman. That was something they wanted to work on coming into the game. They were able to do that to rattle the quarterback for the Bears.
Well, they rattled the fans with that Devin Hester touchdown right off the bat. So,
AC, thank you. All right, let's go to Mary McDermott now. She has a report for us from Broad Ripple, another area where the town is celebrating.
Broad Ripple is hopping tonight, both here on Broad Ripple Avenue and inside Chumley's. That's where we have been watching the game tonight.
We believe! We believe! Number one, baby, we're simple champs!
Championship takes away your vocabulary, but it seems to be okay.
Oh, they're having a great time, and you're looking now at the streets. They are jammed downtown. People are out in a celebratory mood, as we just saw from Broad Ripple, and you're looking at the shot from Chopper 8.
Good point is, don't go down there now. Just stay here and watch it, otherwise you're going to be stuck in traffic, and that's not just coming from us. The police are saying, don't go downtown. It's bad enough. The traffic is bad enough now. Stay home and watch it on TV.
Yeah,
right here.
But go outside and scream if you have
you can
to.
do that.
We'll be right back. Indianapolis is the center of the universe right now, and people are loving it. It is very cold out there, and Angela Buckman has been with us all night to keep us updated. What are people dealing with out there right now, Angela?
Dealing with single digits and wind chills sub-zero. Wind chill advisory through noon tomorrow. There are a lot of school delays and closings. Forecast state, the WeatherBug Network shows 4 degrees in Indianapolis, 4 in Carmel. I want to go to Viper and actually put on the wind chills so you can see that where it feels like 13 below in the capital city, feels like 17 below in Kokomo. The wind chill advisory, the reason those schools are on delay and or closed for tomorrow morning. Daybreak will have the latest. You can also get information right now at wishtv.com. We heard from Jim Irsay that there will be some sort of celebration tomorrow. The quick look at the forecast for tomorrow on the weather computer points out that most of the day will be spent in the single digits. We will have some sunshine. It'll be a cold but blue Monday in Indianapolis. Debbie and Eric with a high of 10 degrees.
All right, thank you very much, Angela. Well, if you're out there, you know it's cold. You got to deal with it. It's going to be cold tomorrow. So.
And we get to take a look at that Super Bowl champions for
the whole rest of the year.
Till next summer when they go into training camp again. Let's not get that far ahead of ourselves. We still get to savor this evening with Scott and Karen in Florida.
Well, you're talking about the weather and really understand the commitment of a lot of these Indianapolis Colts fans. They not only travel down here, the cost and the expense, but it is literally, and I know it doesn't compare to the cold weather, but it is a really one of those drenching downpours the entire game. I am such a
Grab
prune.
that. Yeah. You've got pruny fingers.
Oh, my.
My favorite moment of the night, 220-pound guy wearing this as a poncho, and he didn't look at all out of place. I mean,
was that you?
No, I'm not. That was several years in my past that I was 220. But at any rate, yeah, this will go down in history as the soggy Super Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it made history because it's never rained actually through the Super Bowl. But, you know, we were talking about some of the history for the city of Indianapolis, and I remember being at home watching on the news these Mayflower trucks. And of course, back then, being a kid, I really didn't understand, okay, what's the big deal? That's great. We're getting a football team. That's pretty cool. And now, fast forward all these years later, here we are at the Super Bowl, the first big win for our city.
Think about the history of Indianapolis. We've had some wonderful teams, the Clowns and the Pacers and the Racers and the Ice and the Checkers, and they've all won things at different levels, and all are to be congratulated and thanked for their moments in our history. But this is the moment where Indianapolis says, we are the world champions.
We're the best.
And I'm not a fan of overstatement or melodrama, so understand that I believe this when I say this. People will be nice to each other tomorrow. They'll smile at each other tomorrow, and they'll keep doing it for the entire year.
That's already happened just when we won the championship. All of a sudden, people were having these massive conversations, whereas before you just kind of, you know, hello and move on. Everyone all of a sudden started talking. But I think that you come to the table with a bit of a unique perspective, because when you worked in Denver, you covered several Super Bowls. What happened to the city? What are we in for?
And Denver was in a very similar situation. They'd lost championships before and had never managed to pull it off. And then they won a Super Bowl, and this tremendous swell of civic pride. You walked around, and when you went to an out of town, you said, I'm from Denver, and it was okay. And it was something to be proud of. Be proud, Indianapolis. This is a really cool reason to be.
As soon as we get over the tears of joy, I literally, in that stadium, yep, it was raining, but there were tears of joy, and I know it was for a lot of people very happy for the Indianapolis Colts. Debbie and Eric, celebrations here as well. The stadium is clearing out, but we do know that some of the Indianapolis Colts fans that are here down in South Florida are going to be celebrating for a very long time tonight.
One other question for Scott, if I can, having with that Denver perspective. John Elway tried to say that he didn't have to have a Super Bowl to be validated as a professional. But I think his attitude changed after he won. So how does that play out for Peyton Manning as he was trying to say, well, I don't play that card?
I won't presume to know what Manning will say, but I can tell you what Elway said. It's exactly as you remember, Eric. He said, looking back on it, yeah, my career would not have been as complete as I'd wanted it to, and I wouldn't have been remembered as a winner. I would have been remembered as a great quarterback who never won. And so, yeah, this changes in an instant. He'll never go back, okay? He's won a Super Bowl. That talk never has to happen again.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
Well, we're enjoying our civic pride here, and I know it's going to continue. We're going to have a big parade and a rally downtown. We'll have more information about that on Daybreak and on WishTV.com. We're going to take a break right now, and we will be back with more live coverage.
We're back here live in Miami. Welcome to Sports Soccer Sunday. Anthony Cowan here with Ben Utek, part of the Super Bowl champions, the Indianapolis Colts. How does it feel, man?
Oh my gosh, I can't even describe how it feels. It's incredible. I mean, what a feeling, what a achievement for this team and for our coaching staff. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, your thoughts on Coach Dungy? He has tried it 3 times to get to the Super Bowl. Finally, the 3rd time, he gets the job done. He's in the Super Bowl. Not only that, he wins it.
What's the cliche, or is it a 3rd time? It's a charm.
Yeah.
And it sure is for him. And you know what? I know that every one of these players just really wanted to win for him. He's such an incredible man, such an incredible coach, and it all came together. It all came together, and it's incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible. Talk a little bit about just the conditions out here. How tough was it to play through this rain? And it's still raining, folks.
It's still raining. I'm out here in a parka, but I'm loving it. I'll tell you what, the rain always gives you a scare at first, but, we came together as a team. Offensive line did a great job running the ball. And, Dominic Rhodes coming in the second half, wow, just putting yards on the field. So, I mean, that's really what it came down to, is ball control, and we had the time of the possession the most.
So much talk about your quarterback, Peyton Manning. He can't win the big game. Well, Peyton can say, take that, because he did get the big game.
Absolutely. The monkey is off his back. I don't care. I don't want to hear anything more about that. This man is incredible, and he managed this game so well on offense tonight. And you just got to give him a ton of credit for dealing with, everything that's been said about him, and now, overcoming it and making a win.
folks out there watch the game right here on Wish TV tonight. So you got a lot of fans out there. What do you want to say to the fans back in Indianapolis? Because you know Broad Ripple was probably going crazy, as we're told.
You know what? We love you guys. We appreciate you so much. We thank you so much for your support. Without you guys, we're nothing. And you just make this an unbelievable experience. So thank you so much, Indianapolis, and this one's for you.
And the parade's coming up tomorrow. You ready to have some fun with the parade?
Absolutely. I don't care how cold it is. It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be fun. And real quick before we send it back, talk about commitment. How about my man coming through for me? Coming out in the rain, decked out in the super. He's got the gear.
Colts commitment. And I'm committed to you guys. I'm committed to Indianapolis. So we love you guys. We're just so happy. Happy.
All right, Ben. Congratulations to you, man. You're the best. Appreciate your time. Colts, Super Bowl champions for this year. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
All right, thank you,
he could run for office.
Yeah,
I'm committed to Indianapolis. I'm doing this for you.
Let's go back downtown. Marley Ginter is down there facing all the crowds, and she's here with a live report for us. Hey, Marley.
Hey, Debbie and Eric. Hey, guys. It is loud. It is hectic. It is cold. Oh, it is fun in downtown Indianapolis. Check it out. You can see people are gathering in the streets. Now, we can't show you everything that we are seeing down here, but let me tell you, yes, I have seen people get out of their cars, stand on the hoods, stand on the roofs, jump around, and yes, in this freezing cold, frigid weather, we have seen people running around without shirts on, just to show that they don't care. They are happy, they are excited, and they are Colts fans. I can tell you right now, it is incredible, it is amazing in downtown Indianapolis, but I have to say, I wouldn't want to head down here if you are warm and safe inside your home. You can see we have to make sure we don't get toppled over as well. Now, I heard Angela Buckman say we're 4 degrees out here. I can tell you, you wouldn't know by this crowd just how cold it is out here because everyone is so hyped up. They just want to be out here. And in all honesty, this is the best day to be working in Indianapolis. Angela Buckman, let's go back to you now because you said 4 degrees out here?
Yeah, Marley, it is 4 degrees, but you factor in the winds. Wind chills are sub-zero, but that civic pride that we heard Scott talk about, keeping everybody warm this evening, this is what we're expecting for tomorrow. Remember, there are school delays and school closings. You will need to check daybreak tomorrow morning. Gets underway at 5 a.m. We will have also coverage from South Florida as well. This is your Forecast 8 5-day outlook. Frigid tomorrow. Remember, we're going to be keeping you updated on the times of the rally and the parade. You will need to dress for the weather. Some accumulating snow on the way for Tuesday. But that civic pride, Eric and Debbie definitely keeping everybody warm at this hour despite the single digits.
That's right. You know, with the lack of sunshine, a lot of people get seasonal affective disorder. We've overcome that collectively as a whole city, I think. That's right. We're all feeling pretty good.
We'll take a break. You can see some more of the celebrants as we head to a break. We'll be back in a moment. As you look at the crowd downtown, we want to pass along a request from the Indianapolis Police Department saying, please don't join the crowd downtown. There's enough congestion as it is. So stay home, enjoy it in your neighborhood, enjoy it in your own backyard, or just stay on TV. Watch it with us on TV. Because things are messy enough down there.
That's right. Hopefully not too many problems.
Yeah.
People are having a good time, but we do want to have it under control. Mike Corbin was partying, so to speak, with some folks downtown. We're going to go to him in our newsroom now for a report on that. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Debbie and Eric. You know, you guys were talking about civic pride earlier. Well, let me tell you, we traveled across the Circle City tonight, and no matter who we saw or what they even had to do, the Super Bowl was a big distraction.
At the downtown Indianapolis Omni Hotel, the Super Bowl wasn't a distraction, it was the main attraction.
We just come down there just to watch the game. I live 10 minutes away. We came here to see the game.
Dave Beach is one of 250 people who've booked rooms here.
Oh, this is just awesome. Just awesome. Cold as it is, all these people here, Colts all the way. Go Colts! Go Colts! Go Colts!
At the Westside Home Depot, employees still had to work, but that didn't stop them from having a pitch-in and a shrine to the Colts.
We're in competition with the other stores in the district here to see who can come up with the best kind of football attraction, you know. and I think we've done a pretty good job of putting this together.
And fortunately, at the fire station, there are no fires to put out. Why even here they're cheering on the Colts? Firefighters at the Weston, Ohio station had the idea. Pull up your favorite big comfy chair and cheer on the Colts no matter what.
It was their year the last 23 years, as all our Colts fans and true Colts fans do believe. But this year, for sure, go Colts.
While doctors and nurses at Methodist Hospital were indeed busy, you could still see signs of Colts devotion. Working doesn't mean Jonathan Anderson can't cheer.
So I go in the patient's rooms, I try to catch a peek at the score and see what's going on. So I still get to kind of watch it.
But not like fans at the Omni. It was a wild party. But then there should be nothing less for our Colts. By the way, we should tell you that the Chicago and the Indy Omni hotels had a deal. Whichever city's team won tonight, the other city's hotel would pay the winning team's party guests with special bookings tonight. So tonight, fans at the Indianapolis Omni Hotel are enjoying free rooms. Big party there. In the newsroom, Mike Corbin, 24-Hour News 8.
That's a very nice deal, isn't it? Wow, you'll have all these little bets that are going on. Thank you, Mike.
Well, and if I'm remembering correctly, a local fast food chain decided to let its people off work tonight as of 5:30 so they could be home to watch the game.
That's right, I think it was Qdoba, in fact.
That was
yes,
it.
That's
yeah.
right.
Head back south now. AC has another guest.
All right, here with the defensive coordinator, Coach Ron Meeks, and his little son, Quentin. And, Coach, they say defense wins championships, and that was definitely the case tonight for you guys. Congratulations to you.
Oh, no question. I thought that, for the most part, we went into the game thinking that we had to try to do a good job and control the running game to a point where it was real manageable and not give up anything big in the passing game. I thought we accomplished that tonight.
How happy for your good friend, Tony Dungy, who stood by you all season long and throughout the last couple of years, brought you on his staff, and here he is, the first African-American to win the Super Bowl championship as a coach.
Well, no question. Anytime you work for Tony, you know you're working for a great person. Tony is a real manageable person that understands the game of football, been there before, and I think that the job that he did today and all through the year with this team is real remarkable.
Yeah, Coach, you took some heat early in the year when they were talking about stopping the run, but Coach Dungy stood by you. But you told me, you said, AC, hey, it's all about us. We're not making tackles. But what was the difference? How'd you turn this thing around?
Well, I think that the biggest thing was it wasn't anything wrong what we were doing systematically. I think the scheme was good. We believed in the scheme, and for the most part what we did now is I thought we played faster, played with a better sense of urgency. I thought the speed at which we played was better, and I thought we played with a lot of energy and a passion for the game. And I think a lot of times you get tired of being talked about in a negative way, and I think accountability was big with a lot of the guys. I think they kept on hearing about these things, and you get tired of hearing things like that, and they were stepped up because really everything we did was the same thing we did all year. We haven't changed anything. We're just doing everything better. Our execution is much better. I thought our tackling was much better, and guys, instead of missing tackles, they're making tackles.
That's awesome, man. Look, Quentin here, he's already got a Super Bowl hat on right here. And how's it feel to be with your dad knowing he's a Super Bowl champ?
It's great.
It's great?
Yes, he deserves it, and he's been in the Super Bowl 3 years. This will be his third one right here. And three's the charm, so this time he did it.
That's right, and folks, that was unrehearsed. This is live on Wish TV. Great job, our friend, Coach. Congratulations to you. Very happy for you, and thanks for the commitment coming out here because it's still raining, you guys.
Oh, hey, we're back in Indy. Everybody really celebrate. This is big for the city of Indianapolis, a great city, and I think they're well deserved.
That's right. Congratulations, Coach Meeks. Ron Meeks, the defensive coordinator for your Super Bowl champions, Indianapolis Colts. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio in Indy.
Right. AC, tell Quentin thanks, too. He did a great job.
All right.
We'll be back in a moment.
I know you probably saw them earlier, but it's always great to
Let's go back and look at them again.
Oh, yeah, we'll be looking at these things for a long, long time.
Interesting, too, that Sports Illustrated put this as a matchup between Peyton Manning and Brian Urlacher.
Yes,
two
that's right.
superstars there.
That's
and
right.
Peyton Manning came out on top.
Came out the winner on this one.
Gets the trophy, and we can review the trophy celebration, too.
What you're seeing right now, of course, is Jim Irsay holding the Lombardi Trophy there as the Super Bowl championship. can kind of vaguely hear what he's saying into the microphone, but he did thank the team. He thanked Coach Dungy, and there again you see the coach holding the trophy as well.
Yeah, talked about the character of the team and the fight in the team, saying it's tough to get here, and it's even tougher to win the championship. And he was also, this is a chance for him to acknowledge that this was a Super Bowl before his 50th birthday, which represents quite an achievement for somebody in the NFL as well.
And Peyton Manning, of course, the gentleman that he was, of course, is spreading all of the gratefulness that he had to the whole team. It was very nice. Handed the trophy down to some of his players, and he got it back. But it was some really nice moments, as you just saw there. It happened, an hour or two ago now. But things that I know we'll be seeing for the days ahead as well.
And still putting together some of the notes for what's happening tomorrow, but it's worth repeating that a parade tomorrow through downtown. It sounds like it'll lead to the Dome for a rally. The issue becomes the time. At one point, Jim Irsay said probably around 4 o'clock, but that's not set in stone yet. We're hearing maybe earlier in the afternoon.
Stay tuned to Daybreak. Let's go back down to Florida now, where Scott and Karen are standing by. They're kind of wrapping us up down there, and tell us what's happening if you can.
Well, Debbie and Eric, this will be a memorable night forever. History made for the city of Indianapolis, something that we have waited for a very, very long time. Finally, the Indianapolis Colts Super Bowl champions.
And we've tried to document through the course of the last 2 weeks that there are two storylines going on. The Colts and their effort to win this championship, and the city of Indianapolis and the state of Indiana's effort to earn a Super Bowl in the future. And I have to tell you, I mean, please don't think we're complaining about the weather down here, but it is comically wet, which can't do anything but help the Indianapolis effort, because at the very least, it's going to be a domed stadium, and it has been a nightmare traffic-wise here as well. And just ask the revelers, who took all of, 4 minutes to get downtown to the Circle. You can get anywhere in Indianapolis fast. And don't think that the reporters out here on Reporter Row, who are soaked to the bone right now, aren't thinking, let's see, a place I can walk everywhere and go to a dome might not be a bad place.
Scott, I think you're right. I think it's going to actually go into our favor. And I'd love to sit down with some of the city and state officials and just say, from a media perspective, we've got a lot going for us. So, yes, we are celebrating tonight, but definitely look forward, and let's look at 2011, when they will be making that decision, because Indianapolis does have so much to offer. And it would have been nice, instead of playing and making history down here and playing in the rain for the first time in Super Bowl history, we would have been inside Lucas Oil Stadium. So
yeah, we'll have to see if that evolves. Certainly down here in South Florida, the celebration will continue with Colts fans. We'll document as much of it as we can. As you guys mentioned, we will be back here on Daybreak to let you know all the information we know about the parade. The players are going to have a whirlwind day tomorrow. You'll hear from Peyton Manning at the MVP, and probably Tony Dungy as well, news conferences, but then they're going to have to hop on something really fast to get back up north if that 4 o'clock parade time frame is actually what they settle on.
Right, which is what Jim Irsay was mentioning earlier. So we will wrap it up here now from Dolphin Stadium. History made here for the city of Indianapolis, the Indianapolis Colts, and the celebrations will continue.
Thank you both. Again, Peyton Manning, MVP. We want to mention that, and we should mention it over and over.
I can't say that enough. In reality, though, if it weren't him, there were any number of other guys who could have earned that MVP title.
We all talked about Dominic Rhodes.
Dominic Rhodes, the way he pounded through the line, a dive.
Yes.
Reggie Wayne with the touchdown.
That's right, that's right.
And there's always Dallas Clark, the way he catches.
Right.
So we could go through and maybe that's the point that Jim Irsay made and Peyton Manning made as well, that this was a team victory.
Yes, it was. Let's hear from Dwight Freeney now on the defensive side and see what he has to say.
When you control both lines of scrimmage, that's where this game is always run, in the trenches, and you got it done.
Exactly. I mean, we went out there and we tried to create havoc. We have to create pressure with our front four, and that's what we did. I mean, that's one of the big keys for us, is to put pressure on the quarterback with the front four. I mean, we're unlike a lot of defenses out there. We depend on our front four, and we did that. I mean, the linebackers and the safeties and the corners did a great job. I mean, it's just a total team win.
You're a part of history now. You realize that?
Yes.
He's having a good time, isn't he? Yes, he is. All-American, along with Rex Grossman, a quarterback for the Chicago Bears. So,
good guy.
Oh, he is a good guy, very good player. We'll be back with more coverage right after this.
Well, there are a whole bunch of Hoosiers down there honking their horns and yelling and screaming in honor of the Indianapolis Colts tonight.
At least it's not Baghdad, where they'd be shooting guns up in the air, you know.
We were told to avoid Chopper 8 on one part of town for that same reason at one time. But anyway, we are here to celebrate world champion Indianapolis Colts. We get to say that again. Cato June is one of those champions.
You are champion. You will always be known as a champion, a Super Bowl champion. You'll go down in history. You realize that?
They can't take that away from us. We knew that. We had an opportunity to do something great. You know, not something good, something great, and go down in history. And we got that done today. And it's just a great, fulfilling feeling that we went out and played well enough to win and get this championship for the city of Indianapolis. And we're bringing it home, baby. We said we was going to bring it home. We're going to bring it home.
We're talking about the Bear defense coming into this one. Looked like you dominated that one.
Hey, you know, we had a job to do. You know, defensively, we want to go out there and shut them down. Shut them down early and make them one-dimensional so that they had to go out there and pass the ball so we can make plays in the passing game. And we were able to do that, come up big, get off the field on third down, and it's just a great feeling right now.
How'd this weather affect things? Rain all day?
Well, you know, it's fun, you know. Run out your umbrellas, man. I told we was going to make it rain on them. We did, man. We was out there flying around, and it doesn't matter. Everybody played under the same conditions, you know. The field was great. It held up great. You know, the rain made it kind of, you know, a little bit, you know, change the game a little bit. But, you know, everybody has to play in the same conditions and make it happen.
To win this for Tony?
Man, it's a great feeling to bring it home for Tony, man. And he's just stuck with us and kept us together as a team and as one, as a family. And that's probably the most fulfilling thing, that he was the same throughout all the good times and the bad times, and we stayed together, and that's come from a great man.
That's Cato June. We're so proud of him. And you're looking at another live shot. We're going to stay live. We'll be back right after this break with more.
Well, tonight somebody called it the greatest achievement in team sports.
Yes, that's right.
And we get a chance to see the team one by one now after the game to see how they describe the sensation of being
Super Bowl champions. Isn't that amazing? It is.
Rob Morris is next on our list.
You got to be feeling something special right now.
Feeling great. This is unbelievable. It's I don't know what to say.
How'd you do it? Defense turned the tables. Your defense topped the Bear defense.
We just stepped up. And it was unbelievable.
The other man that we have been chasing down all night is Dallas Clark. They did a wonderful story about him.
The Bears were chasing him from time to time,
Yes, they
too.
were. Wonderful story about him in the New York Times and what a great guy he is, and from Iowa and that sort of thing. So let's hear from him right now, Dallas Clark.
All right, back in the locker room with world champion Dallas Clark. How does that sound?
It's slowly starting to sink in. You know, it's special. It hasn't even come close.
The way this game went, too, a little rough at the start, but you guys really seem to pick up steam and take things along.
Yeah, it's just, you know, credit to this team. We've done that all year, and we've been through so much. There's been hills, valleys, been through this and that. Can't do this, can't do that, can't win this, can't win that. It's, you know, these guys in here, you know, this is, I mean, not only is it great to be world champs, but it's, you know, to win it with this group of guys is just special.
And facing a little bit of adversity, I think probably would make it a little bit sweeter, doesn't it?
One any other way. Don't want to go out there and just have an easy, you know, want to go out there and go take it. And that's what everyone did, you know, opening kickoff, you know, touchdown, 7 down, you know, down 7 points. So, you know, just, all right, you know, let's go to work. And, you know, everyone did that.
Boy, it was one of those moments when you saw that score right off the top. I thought, oh, man. But, you know, they have been in positions like that before, so you didn't have this feeling like they couldn't pull it off. You knew that they could come back from that.
Yeah, people tried to write them off against the Patriots because they got the deficit.
21-3 at one point.
Yeah, so they've surprised people time and time again.
Right.
And this was another opportunity to review some of there were a number of bits of history in this, and I think this was the third. Going into this was the third time that a head coach was facing one of his assistants.
Yes.
So 3 times going in, so maybe this makes the 4th time it's happened. But another interesting bit of trivia, factoid, as we look at this game. There's the chopper once again. People still out in the street and on foot or in their cars. It's worth another reminder, I think, for anybody who might just be realizing that we're celebrating a Super Bowl victory to say the police have asked us to ask you, don't go downtown and add to the congestion downtown.
Yeah. So far, we're hearing that people are pretty peaceable, having a great time. They're loud, honking their horns, having a good time. They're out on the street, as you can see. These are live chopper shots. So as long as everybody stays nice and plays nice, I'm sure that the celebrations will continue. Now, of course, we want to tell you there is going to be a parade tomorrow. We have heard unofficially that it may be around 4 o'clock. That is not set in stone. We want you to make sure you check in at daybreak and get the final times. And then there will be apparently a pep rally at the Dome. It's going to be a cold day, so you'll want to time all those things very efficiently. So you'll want to make sure you tune into Daybreak to make sure that you've got the correct things and you know the parade route and where people are going to be. So we're staying on top of that. We are staying on top of the scene with Chopper 8. As you can see, it is live. People are still downtown celebrating. We're hoping that everybody's staying safe and maybe getting in their cars and heading home. It is after midnight now.
And it is cold, 4
yes.
degrees at last. Well, looks like it's dropped to 3 degrees now.
Yes, it is. And we've heard from a number of players, but our continuing coverage will continue right after this.
The word is out. More people are choosing Wish TV's 24-hour News 8 for their late news than any other station in Indiana.